All right. Welcome in, everybody. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. We got playoff football in Cleveland. There's snow on the ground, sleeves on the players, and the Browns poised to make potentially a deep run here as they are the hottest team in the NFL, coming off 10 consecutive wins to finish off the regular season. So they're going to be hosting this first playoff game, and their opponents today, the Jacksonville Jaguars, sneaking in at an 8-9 record, the last wild card spot in the AFC, sneaking in from the South. And yes, Lamar Goaded, welcome in. The Browns made it, and the Ravens made it. They won earlier today. If you want to go back and watch, they have made it to the second round of the playoffs. Welcome in, John, as well. Let's bring in the other half of the broadcast team. Kit Nagy, how we doing, Kit?
I'm doing great. What could be better? Some Cleveland Browns playoff football at home in the snow, and welcoming the Jacksonville Jaguars in to First Energy Stadium, where they are going to have to deal with the elements, which certainly they don't see that very often down there. So this is going to be a fun one, and obviously they just snuck their way in with an 8-9 record. Browns went on a massive winning streak to come back from 2-5 to end up with 12-5 record. So here we go.
Indeed. Hey, welcome in, Larry. Glad you could join us live for this one, as this one's going to be kicked off and taken short by one of the upmen. So clearly some wind accompanying this snow as well. There he is, Trevor Lawrence. Just look at what he did in the simulated 2022 season. 3,700 yards, 25 touchdowns, 14 interceptions on the season, sporting some clean white road unis here with the dark blue, navy blue pant. All right, first snap of the game. It's going to be a back to pass. Trevor Lawrence, you can see he has popped as a superstar over the course of the season. He'll go quick out route to the right side. That's his tight end, Dan Arnold. Actually, excuse me, not his tight end, Dan Arnold. His tight end, Luke Farrell. Go Bucks, his third tight end there in a 3 tight end set. 2nd and 2. They'll give it up the middle. James Robinson fighting his way, and he'll actually run Grant Delpit over. That's going to be enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, Delpit was there with a nice fill out of his safety position, but unable to corral Robinson in that on that carry.
Yes, and James Robinson, very talented running back for sure. A little swing pass left short. That is Evan Ingram, the tight end number 1 here, wearing number 17, coming down from New York this season. Another weapon for Trevor Lawrence to play with here on offense, and he's got a nice gain of about 8. 2nd and 2, already to the midfield stripe are the Jaguars. Solid opening drive. Here's Travis Etienne up the middle, a little give, and he'll get a first down before Greg Newsome wrangles him to the ground. First down, Jags. Hey, Christian, welcome in. Hey, Paul, welcome in. It's been a while, Paul. Hope you're doing well. 1st and 10 now. Back to pass. Trevor Lawrence. Lots of time. Hit by Clowney. No flag. Almost picked off. JJ3 was on that sideline. Incomplete.
Yeah, all but completing it there on 2 ends with the almost interception, but hopefully next time. Almost
doesn't count. Right across the middle, caught by Ingram. Taken down immediately by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, leading tackler for the Browns this season as we went through the end of regular season stats. 3rd and 5. Back to pass. Winovich already back in there. Left side across the middle. Newsome with the first down catch is made. That's Marvin Jones Jr. coming down from Detroit. And this nice drive of the Jaguars continues there to the 25.
Newsome playing a little bit in the slot there and finding himself behind Jones in a trailing position. Jones with a better spot, and Lawrence hits him right there.
First down and 10 from the 25 here. Solid opening drive for the Jaguars. Play action pass. Firing it now. Open right side, inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That's Christian Kirk. He is wide receiver 1 here in Jacksonville, and he's got them a 1st and goal after 17 yards. Denzel Ward providing the coverage and then the quick tackle, but now a 1st and goal. Let's see if the Browns can stiffen up here in the red zone. This has been a pretty darn effective drive for the Jaguars starting the game. Left side, caught. He'll reach for the end zone, and they're going to say his knee was down on the 1 as Owusu-Koramoah was hanging on his back. 2nd and goal now from the 1-foot line. Turn around, James Robinson. No real pressure or penetration from the defense, and that was an easy opening touchdown drive for the Jacksonville Jaguars here to start the playoffs.
Yeah, and the defense for this this Browns team has been so good pretty much all year long. So a bit surprising to see them give up an early touchdown drive that seemed relatively effortless. Outside of the one pressure that was almost a sack that led to an almost interception, really there wasn't a lot else to speak of for the defense on that drive. So they're certainly going to have to get that together. But we're also going to need to see what the offense can do coming out, and whether or not they're going to respond to the adversity here.
Absolutely. Welcome in, Mason. Welcome in, 504. Appreciate you being on with us here. Opening drive for the Jaguars goes about 5 minutes. It puts them into the end zone. Again, just short passing, a couple of runs, kept themselves, and clearly there's a bunch of wind coming that way. Gee, many Christmas, that almost went out of the end zone. So clearly we know that there is some wind on that side. Welcome in, Sean. Just look at what Watson did for us. 5,400 yards, had him third passing behind Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. His 45 touchdowns was 47 touchdowns was one shy of Patrick Mahomes, who led the league in several of those categories. All right, first play of the day. Give it up the middle. Nick Chubb, 25 to the 30, barreling his way for yards. Give him 6, in fact, to start. Nice run. Certainly Christian, you're right. It was in terms of what the offense did, they just marched it right down our throats. It was very uncharacteristic from what we have seen recently. And now pressure coming, and they'll get to him, and that's the rookie, Devin Lloyd. First-round pick out of the University of Utah, and he'll sack Watson back. He tried to get out of the pocket, but just started that maneuver a little bit too late.
Yep, and don't like the running backwards piece of that. Would much rather see him either decide early he's going to have to take the sack or throw it away, but not run backwards.
3rd and 18 now. Just to be smart here, Deshaun, don't need to get it all back. This is a long football game in front of us. Again, a bunch of wind in your face, too. Instead, he's going to heave it deep to the right side. He's got a man in double coverage, and David Bell can't bring it in. So, pretty lackluster opening drive here, and Bojorquez will have to punt it away into the icy winter air again with a stiff breeze into his face. Let's see if he can even get this thing to the midfield stripe. And barely going to be taken at the midfield stripe there by Jamal Agnew, a leftover player from the Urban Meyer era. He brought him over. It was like the first free agent signing Urban Meyer made. He's a glue guy, a glue special teams guy. It's way early, 504. We can't start talking about getting maddened yet. A lot of football to play here, and our defense will show up, I believe it.
Yep, and they get hot in a hurry. That's just, Denzel Ward has carried this defense on his shoulders in a number of games in our outings.
Slant across the middle. He's got Marvin Jones again with Grant Delpit on his back. First down. Doug Peterson there looking on to the field.
But this would be a great time for a pick or a fumble recovery.
It would be. Here's James Robinson up the middle, and he'll run right into the teeth of the defense there. Winovich and Taven Bryan, 99 and 69 right there. Yeah, not the way you want to draw up the first drive of the playoffs there, Mason. That sack got him way behind the chains. And again, obviously there's a stiff breeze. Here's a 3rd and 9. Let's see what we can do. All the Browns up on the line of scrimmage. Trevor Lawrence now back to pass. Throws it short, and JOK's waiting right on Travis Etienne's hip, and that will set up a 4th and 6. And fortunately, attempting a field goal here is the rookie kicker Andrew Mevis from Arizona State. Probably didn't get a lot of conditions like this in Arizona. And his kick is up, and it is doink off the upright. So there you go. Wind to his back, and maybe that's just enough to jumpstart the offense here. They're going to get the football at their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, I certainly hope it will be, but want to get them out there and establishing that run game.
Absolutely. They were so dominant in the run game as Watson's going to chuck it deep again into double coverage, and Donovan Peoples-Jones can't bring it in. I'm not enjoying this play calling thus far.
No, he needs to run that. He had all kinds of green grass in front of him, or white-tipped grass, I guess.
That's true. Left side, dump it short to David Bell. At least it's positive yard. It's the first completion, and it's going to go for 3 here. Watson steps back into a shotgun on a 3rd and 7. Jaguars defense looking for their second 3 and out. Can they muster it? Watson sort of steps up, and he'll throw it short. That's going to be Kareem Hunt, and he is going to be short of the line to gain. 3 yards short, in fact. And they're going to have to punt this football again. So that turnover on the missed field goal, nets a positive of 6 yards, and that's it. Welcome in, Chris G. And yes, definitely looks like a cold one. Swirling winds. Look at that punt from his own 35-yard line, and it barely makes it past the 25 before Agnew takes the fair catch here. So, start to worry about the defense getting a little bit zapped here. That's 2 3-and-outs for the Browns offense. We'll keep an eye on how they look. James Robinson met right at the line of scrimmage, but spins off of it following that superstar right guard, Brendan Scherf, former Washington football player. Empty backfield. Be really nice time for some pressure here from this defense. Or a wide open throw and a broken tackle as Greedy gets stiff-armed by Etienne. And finally, JJ3 brings him down, but not before he achieves the first down to the 48-yard line.
Well, and right now, the Jaguars are proven to be the far more physical team. They've had more dedication to the run game, and then they're making it difficult on the defense here, running through would-be tacklers.
Yeah, Christian, it's mild cause for concern at this point. Nothing crazy just yet, but it certainly looks like Jacksonville wants a more screen pass right side. Another first down, James Robinson, and he'll be gang tackled at the 40-yard line. Jacksonville into Browns territory once again. 12 more yards. I mean, you had to know they would come back to earth a little bit at some point during that 10-game winning streak. They couldn't continue to play at that level, but I just wished it wouldn't have been now. Nice deflection there by Perrion Winfrey, although it looked like he could have intercepted that screen pass.
I was going to say, he might have gone a long way if he had gotten his second hand on it.
Well, he would have stopped running about 10 yards shy.
Right.
Firing it down the middle, he finds Evan Ingram down the seam, the tight end on a skinny little post. First down inside the red zone again, and Stefanski not happy about it on the sideline.
Nor should he be. His offense is setting his defense up to be out on the field far too long, and the defense is getting tired already early in this game.
Yes, they are. A little out route to Evan Ingram. Nobody near him, and then Delpit and Ward combined to push him out, but that's 9 more yards, and Trevor Lawrence shredding this defense right now. He's playing very, very well. Right up the middle is the give to James Robinson. He'll angle left side. Broken tackle, first down to the 2, and another first and goal inside the 5 for the Jaguars. Some tired Browns defenders here. Turn around, just 0 push, and he will waltz into the end zone easily. James Robinson for touchdown number 2. And now maybe a little cause for some concern with that momentum pinned all the way to the left.
Yeah, certainly this is going to be a real test for this offense. They have got to find a way here, and I think it's going to start with the run game. They've got to establish it, even down 2 scores, get the run game going, go back to what you do best, and then the passing lanes will open up if you need them. But you don't start by passing the ball and keep trying to chuck it deep. This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, this is some crazy wind, too, as are those kickoffs going way, way out of the end zone. All right, got to get a couple. Can we settle for a first down? Is that too much to ask here? 154 to -3 is the total yardage. Yeah, you're right. They definitely are more comfortable. Here's was it a broken play or an option keeper? I looked away for a second, and all of a sudden he's running for 4 yards.
Yeah, it was a little option keeper that was not the best executed, but it worked for a little bit.
Okay. 2nd and 6 now. Watson rolling left, firing back to the right. He's got Cooper. He's open. First down to the 42. That scared me when he threw that thing up with, we know the way the wind's blowing, but he floats it nicely to Amari Cooper for a huge first down.
I think it was a really nice adjustment by Amari Cooper to make sure that he was in a position after not the best throw necessarily, but he gets enough on it, and then Amari Cooper does the rest, and really the Browns needed that badly. They've got to continue to capitalize here.
First down of the game goes to Amari Cooper. Here's a little pop pass to David Bell, and he'll get maybe a yard before getting knocked down. They'll say no gain on the play. That was the first down of the game for the Browns with just 30 seconds left in the first quarter. That tells you how it's gone. Their defense has been on the field the entire time. And maybe hit as he throws. He got ripped to the ground after he throws, actually. That's got to be 15, and it is. We'll take it. Rookie linebacker Chad Muma, and we'll take those free 15 yards.
Yes, Sean, they've got to run the ball. I don't know what they're doing out there right now, but this is not the recipe for success. They've got to run the ball.
This is the Madden metric. You're down by 14. You must throw at all costs. How about throw it to a wide open Kareem Hunt in the flat, and he'll get a nice gain of about 9.
Well, that'll work because that's effectively an extension of the run game, throwing it out to him in the flat. So I'm okay with that. But still, we should be running the ball, not trying to air it deep.
Well, Phil's on now, so we're going to turn it around. Appreciate you joining us, Phil. Other Phil. All right, now we get the wind to our back, so we'll see how that affects things both in the kicking and in the pass game. Here, 2nd and 1 now. Watson, turn around, give. Just kidding. Play action fake. Now he'll boot left side and fire and go way over the head of David Njoku, so that may have been a wind-aided miss. 3rd and 1. Got to get points here, and touchdown would make me feel much better than the alternative. Back to pass, Watson, drag route, Cooper. He's got the first down, just barely, but it still counts. Olaku, the middle linebacker, was trailing him on the drag. First down, Browns to the 16.
Well, if you're not going to go with the running game, at least go to your number 1 receiver, sure hands. But still, we've got to run the ball. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're refusing to run the football. Now Watson throwing again on first down. Lots of Jaguars chasing, and he'll throw it into the Browns bench.
Yeah, we did.
You're right, Mason. We did. Yeah, I don't, especially with the wind and the rain and the weather the way it is. Right side, he's got Harrison Bryant, steps his foot in the ground, and then somehow steps out of bounds at the 4. I thought that was a touchdown.
I thought so too, but at least he got the first before he went out of bounds.
Indeed that he did. Give it up the middle now. Nick Chubb pulling Teller. Get out of my way, Devin Lloyd. Get out of my way, Jaguars. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb to the house.
We've been asking for it, and finally they deliver. Nick Chubb does exactly what we've been looking for this whole game, and of course he does because he's Nick Chubb. He runs through 3 tacklers here and forces his way into the end zone. Beautiful. Do more of that.
Yeah, just get him throw Lloyd out of the way and then just barrel his way through a couple more defenders. And again, the only thing that's unrealistic about it is that he celebrated. Continues to be the most unrealistic part of the game.
Or the fact that was like one of his first carries of the game.
Well, fair. Cade York drills the extra point. We'll see how he does in this swirling winds and see how far out of the end zone his kickoff goes. It was a good block, good call, Sean. And this one doinks off of the first row of fans there from Cade York. So back out onto the field now. First bit of stress that the Jaguars have been under. Let's see if they'll be able to manage it, or if it was like, hey, we gave them our best shot and now we're ready to roll over.
Well, more importantly, too, is the fact that the offense finally gave this defense a breather.
Yes. Lawrence going to heave it up deep into the winter air. Single coverage dropped. I thought he had it. Marvin Jones couldn't bring it in. Turn around, give it up the middle on a little pistol look. Rather not a pistol look, just a drop back. My bad. Grant Delpit makes the tackle. 3rd and 5. Can the Browns get another stop here and continue some offensive momentum garnered on the last drive? Trevor Lawrence back to pass. Firing it over the middle. Got him in. That's a first down and more. And that's Dan Arnold. Man, I didn't realize Dan Arnold's got the flowing locks now. The flowing locks of Dan Arnold picks up 18 and a first down as their tight ends have continued to be solid here to start this game.
Sure have, and really a lot of space in that zone to be had for this Jaguar receiving core. And really, I mean, this has been such a sticky crew here in the back end of this defense. So a bit surprising that they've been allowing so much space.
Good run stuff there by Jadeveon Clowney. Give it up the left side. This time JOK sticks his nose in there for another TFL. Browns 3rd and long.
Love that. Like seeing it in critical moments where he's going to stick his nose in there and make a play.
He is. Left side screen pass. ETN. He's got one blocker. Breaks one tackle, but he'll still be short of the line to gain by just a few yards. 4th and 2 here. Let's see if they maybe go for it with that stiff breeze. They're not going to kick a field goal.
Yeah, or a
instead,
corner.
they'll bring Logan Cook, the punter, in here. And Cook will bobble the snap here. Watch out. Pressure coming, and Ward almost blocked it. But look at this punt. It's going to go about 8 feet. And it's going to be fair caught at the 37 by Greedy Williams.
Wow. That was...
Wow, was that a bad punt?
Incredibly unusual.
It went almost straight up.
Well, I think he panicked, and then he ended up kicking it straight up because of the bobbled snap, and then it caught all that wind and went nowhere.
It sure did, and all of a sudden you got a defensive back making a fair catch there. Give it up the middle. Kareem Hunt pulling Batonio, but it's filled by Olakun there in the middle. Their new middle linebacker, 1 yard on the carry.
Well, and that was Kareem Hunt's first carry of the ball game, which, again, this is 10-20 in the left in the half. What are we doing?
What are we doing? That is very true. Little motion coming now. Little play action now. Watson will roll and will get tackled as he throws it out of bounds. No flag, but it is an incompletion. Watson 7 for 13 now to start this game. Sets up another 3rd and long. Can the Browns get a conversion? Time will tell. Watson, he'll throw it short to Kareem Hunt, and he gets drilled. Devin Lloyd, the rookie linebacker, and that ball pops out, and the Browns will unfortunately go 3 and out once again here. Appreciate everybody joining us. Hey, Alan, welcome on. Finally caught one live indeed. Excited to have you with us as Corey Bajorquez. Look how high in the air he kicks it, and the wind just took it all the way. That was bonkers and goes out of the end zone. Aim that thing towards the sideline, Corey.
Well, I still continue to not understand this play calling, not running the ball, and then
I don't get it either.
To really salt the wound, they're going for play action. You have to run the ball for play action to be effective. I don't know if you understand that or not, but you gotta
clearly Madden does not, and their virtual play calling up the middle. James Robinson picks up just a singular yard. Appreciate everybody being here with us. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. It is the 2022 season sim. We have reached the playoffs. This is the Browns and the Jaguars in the AFC Wildcard game. Browns are the number 2 seed after rattling off 10 consecutive wins to finish 12-5. And the Jaguars sneak in on the 7th seed at 8-9, and they run it on 3rd and 5 and go nowhere with Travis Etienne. Taven Bryan blows it up for a TFL. And now the Browns are going to force another punt. Let's see if this wind-aided thing can even get them to the midfield stripe. Cook from his own 10, it looks like. And he'll boot this thing high up into the air. Jakeem Grant going to come up and make the catch at the 50-yard line. So great field position again for the Browns, even starting on the Jaguars' 49.
Well, Browns have got to capitalize here, certainly on this good field position here. But it certainly starts with running the ball, and got to appreciate the fact that the defense has been setting you up with this.
They have stepped back up for sure. Watson's going to instead step up in the pocket. Cooper left side, first down to the 31. Fired a strike to Amari Cooper. Still wish that they would just hand the ball off, but we'll take a first down throw and catch. Thanks, Applied. Yeah, we're at like 790 or something right now on the subscribers. It's awesome. Oh, we're getting so close. Yeah. Thanks for whoever the new subscriber from earlier this afternoon was. Tripped up on his own. Actually looked like maybe he tripped on the defender, did Kareem Hunt, just a 1-yard gain. But we do appreciate that. If you haven't yet had a chance to sub the channel, we would very much appreciate it as Chubb goes up the middle finally, and it looked like he ran right to the gap that Wyatt Teller pulled out of for some reason. 3rd and 10.
Stand corrected, 792.
Well, there we go. Here's the Chief, first down, got past Lloyd. That's a mismatch for sure. Devin Lloyd is a very, very good linebacker, but he cannot cover the Chief. So let's exploit that one. 22 yards. First down and goal for the Browns.
Well, and the Jags have been doing this all game long. It's surprising to see the Browns finally catch up, but that's only their second use of a tight end. First Harrison Bryant in an earlier drive, and now finally the Chief in space. And in a game like this, if you're not going to run the ball, then at least utilize your tight ends.
And they're going to not run the ball here as they throw Kareem Hunt out to the right side. Back to pass, just kidding, he'll throw it short to Kareem, like a little run over the middle, past the 5 to the 2-yard line. And that gets Deshaun Watson over 100 yards here with just 5.5 to go in the first half now. Give it up the middle, Kareem Hunt, just a big bevy of bodies there. DeJuan Smoot, the first one to get there, number 91 for the Jaguars, 3rd and goal. Got to get a touchdown here, 5 minutes on the clock. Watson in a shotgun. Receiver and a tight end on a tight wing either side. Back to pass. Blitz coming. Nobody picks him up. Josh Allen swats it out. It's going to be picked up by a defensive lineman. He could go. It's actually Clevion Chase on the linebacker. 40, 30, and there's not a Brown in the picture. Disaster time in Cleveland. Oh, no.
Well, and he didn't even have the slowdown in the middle of that.
No, it's because he's not a defensive lineman. He's a linebacker.
Of course.
Ugh. And just an absolute dagger as the Browns were driving in for at least a field goal. And look at Watson was the closest one, and poor Watson didn't even close the gap at all. Ugh. Yuck. First turnover of the game, going the way of the Jaguars with a Josh Allen strip sack. And that kick is up, and the kick is good. 21-7, still 4:44 to go. Browns will get the football back with a chance for a score before halftime, but now you're back down 2 scores again. Just a lot of goofy things happening here. Short kick going to be taken by the up man. That's Kareem Hunt, 25 to the 30, up to the 35 is where the Browns will start.
Well, it almost seems like the Browns are the team that were not ready for the elements for the game. They're coming out here with a not great game plan and really acting like they'd never seen snow before.
Certainly very odd. Another boot action left side. Got his man coming across the middle. That's Harrison Bryant again. Another throw to the tight end. First down to the 47. And not knocked out of bounds. I don't think Stefanski's on the hot seat.
Nope.
I mean, they'd have to have a really bad year.
Yep.
And that one's actually going to be a loss of 3.
I think they like what they've got in both the coaching and front office and the alignment that they finally have. I think that's a big deal for them, so I think they're going to stick with what they've got.
Little throw over the middle. That's Jonathan Peoples-Jones. His first touch of the day for Peoples-Jones sets up a 3rd and 6 now with about 3 to go. Nick Chubb alone in the backfield for Deshaun Watson. Turnaround boot action for him. And then Watson runs away, and now he just looks really uncomfortable in the pocket before throwing it out of bounds.
Well, he spent a good 3 or 4 seconds facing the wrong direction, which was really odd. I don't understand that at all. He wasn't even looking downfield.
What with the wind? Cade York, 66.5-yarder. The kick is up, and it is long enough, but I think just wide left. That thing would have been good from 70. Look at this kick, but it is just wide left, unfortunately.
Well, and it's going to set up some incredible field position here, which is the last thing you want to do. So even with the wind, I don't like that.
Welcome in. We appreciate you being with us. Yeah, and even, they would have to get real close to attempt a field goal here, but I guess I like the aggressiveness, but it is weird to try a 66-yard field goal.
Well, I think it's time for a pick 6 of our own here.
I know. We need something. Some kind of interception. Something here. Come on, Trevor. It's picked right there. He threw it to the Browns. I can't tell who it is. Greg Newsom's got no Greedy Williams. I'm going crazy because we called for it and he got it. Let's go. Finally.
Finally, indeed.
It was Greedy, and he jumped the route. Great look at it there. Needed it now. Come on, Browns. Don't be stupid. 2:14 to go. You got plenty of clock. And they'll give it to Nick Chubb, and he'll run into Devin Lloyd and push him out of the way for 4 yards.
Yeah, the fact that he has 4 rushes in this game is downright criminal.
Yeah. In the game, they even had, the meeting there's going to be a blizzard, and it just meant everybody's change of directions were going to be nerfed a little bit, but it certainly feels like it's been nerfing the Browns way more as Deshaun throws this 5 yards out of bounds again. They certainly seem to be the ones that feel way more affected by it so far than the Jaguars. 3rd and 6, got to get it first here. Come on, across the middle. David Bell, first down to the 44-yard line. He needed 6. He got 8. Hey, well, happy belated birthday applied. You should have told us. Back to pass. Watson fires left side. Open Cooper. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Amari Cooper. The Browns back on the board thanks to Greedy Williams' pick.
That was absolutely gorgeous right there as Amari Cooper reeled in a ball that was right on him. Beautiful throw from Deshaun, and what a strike that was. Could not have needed that anymore, as we're now set up with the potential for a double dip. Well, actually, we still have a minute 21, but
A minute 21, but yes, a big stop here. And 5:04, they bring up an interesting point. Just when I think that the game isn't sophisticated enough to do that kind of stuff, maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is. Cade York will drill this one once again about 3 rows deep into the end zone. That's the non-dog pound side. Oh, next Tuesday. Gotcha.
Well, we did.
Oh, it's your golden birthday. There you go.
We did see Watson seriously struggle in the elements.
We did. Here comes pressure and a sack. First of the day. Chase Winovich gets it. Back to the 15. I would call timeout, Kevin, if it were me. Your 26th birthday, and on the 26th, it is your golden birthday, and Greedy just got the pick for you applied. It meant to be.
Love it.
2nd and 20 now. They'll just run it up the middle, and Clowney rips him to the ground. And now the Browns are like, hey, we should call timeout. We can't take them with us. But we wasted about 40 seconds previously. Give it up the middle again. Robinson, the Browns will tackle him as the Jaguars want no part of this hot Cleveland Browns team right now. They have finally gotten the momentum all the way back to about right down the center. And again, another crappily wind-aided punt. Should be fielded pretty nicely here by Grant at his own 48-yard line. So, heck, this is a flick of the wrist and the ball's in the end zone from here.
That's right. And certainly within range with a few yards added to at least kick a field goal.
That's true. That's true indeed. Let's tie it up here for sure. Come on now. 25 seconds, 1 timeout. Watson. Back to pass. Now he'll roll right. Now he'll step up. Now he'll fire level concept. David Bell, first down to the 40 to the 38-yard line, and they got to go. Instead, he's going to celebrate, and that's just when they're going to go ahead and call their final timeout here with 6 seconds left. So definitely field goal range now. Enough of a completion there. This one's just going to be from about 54, which should be fairly makeable for him, especially with this wind. That thing was still going up when it went in. Let's go, Browns, 21-17. So a little 10-pointer to lead into halftime could make for a nice little double dip, as they will get the football back in approximately 2 seconds.
Yep, that's huge right there. The fact that they were able to finally convert to a nice strike to the end zone, and then a quick another score to have a 10-point swing with potential to make it 17.
Indeed. All right, Trevor Lawrence will take the knee. 21-17, and again, Browns at one point were down 14-0 in this game, so a little 17-7 run has definitely got them back in the game. Halftime adjustments will be critical here, certainly for both sides. Again, Phil Nagy and Kit Nagy for Nagy on Sports. Appreciate you being on here as I look at what the wild card round looks like. You can see that Baltimore has already beat Indianapolis. We'll bring you that LA-Buffalo game tomorrow for the AFC playoffs. And then again, the Chiefs are the number 1 seed, awaiting the lowest remaining team here. So, yeah, time to get this thing going. We'll switch the fields again, which means the Browns are back into the very aggressive wind direction of the field. Again, very much appreciate everybody being on with us. If you haven't yet had a chance to sub the channel or like this video, we would very much appreciate both those things as we try to make our way towards 1,000 subscribers, so that I can buy Mrs. Nagy on Sports something nice, because 1,000 subscribers is when you can monetize. Maybe she'll let me keep playing video games with all my virtual online friends. Feels like such a 1999 thing to say. Playing video games with my online friends. 1st and 10, and they'll swing it to Kareem, and I think he stepped out of bounds a yard short of the line. He did. 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 here again, going into the wind. And Watson again throwing, and he'll fire it short to Miller Forrestall, the 3rd tight end. Picks up a gain of 4. I know, I'm not coaching. I'm not calling the plays, Christian. Trust me, it's hurting my soul.
Sure is.
3rd and 7.
Again, Nick Chubb, 4 runs on the day. That is downright criminal, not okay.
Right side, oof, almost picked. Shaq Griffin jumped the route of Kareem Hunt, and that's a 3 and out for the Browns to start the half, and no double dip. And now Bojorquez jacks it right up into the air, and this is going to be a terrible field position. They gained 1 yard on the punt.
Boy.
Did it go from the 28 to the 27? I think we actually lost a yard on the punt. Incredible. This wind is no joke here today. And again, lucky that the Browns are going to get it in the fourth quarter, but that was wild. He wasn't even rushed.
Well, I'm pretty sure unless you're in a hurricane, you're not likely to see results quite like that.
I know. Welcome back, Fellegren. Appreciate you being on. Little slant across the middle. ETN, 2 missed tackles from the Browns, and he's got a 1st and goal set up for the Jaguars very quickly off the negative 1-yard punt. Welcome in, B. Good to have you on. And yes, the weather conditions, Mason is correct, have been absolutely ridiculous with the aggressive amounts of wind coming from right to left. Lawrence firing, open, Kirk, touchdown, Jaguars. That didn't take long after the negative 1-yard punt.
Nope.
And the Jags score very quickly off the Browns. 3 and out. So it's like whoever's going with the wind is playing well, and whoever is not is not. So at least I'm glad we get it in the fourth quarter, but gee-many Christmas.
Well, but we're going to have to stem the damage here and not let them get out to too much of a lead because we're already playing from behind. So we have to find a way to get some stops. And more importantly, get some yardage on offense to play the field position battle. Because if we keep doing that, we are going to be in a world of hurt. We can't give them short fields like that one.
Chubb up the middle, big hole, 1st down for Nick Chubb. Break the tackle, 40 to the 50. He's going to go 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Nick Chubb, 75-yard house call. Let's go.
On only his 5th rush of the day, Nick Chubb is going to house call it, which is awesome, except for they should have been doing this the whole time. What are you doing? I shouldn't have to tell you that you need to run the ball. Now he's going to look like a good stat line, but 5 carries is not the right answer. He should have all those yards on, 15 carries by now.
They're going to go for 2, and Kareem Hunt dives into a snowy end zone, and the Browns suddenly find themselves down 3. And that was, running into the wind. Good call, Mason, slowing him down.
That's right.
How about a 1-play, 75-yard touchdown drive for Nick Chubb?
But we did need the strike. Oh. We had to have that. That was beautiful.
We did.
Finally get some momentum going in our favor, and hopefully we'll put an end to these the Jaguars' offensive drives as we have really had the opportunity to be in this game. We just need to capitalize on the opportunities.
Yep, running the football negates that wind some and wastes clock, but I guess if you score on 1 play, it doesn't really negate the clock. But hopefully this defense is a little juiced after that play. Stretch it right side, Robinson, nice bang cut for him, and he'll be near the 1st down up to the 37-yard line. James Robinson with his 16th carry. Sets up another 1st down, though. They've had good balance there for the Jaguars. 21 passes, 19 runs. Yes, you did get here right just in time, Fellegren. This game is about to get real interesting. Another run up the middle. James Robinson, just massive holes in the middle of that line for the Browns right now. And another 11-yard run. 28-25, clock only down to 11 and a half. We've had 2 touchdowns in the first 4 minutes of this half. And a negative 1-yard punt. You know who we haven't seen in a while? Myles Garrett. Let's go.
That's right.
Little short throw to the left side. Christian Kirk and Greg Newsome will bring him down for a 2nd and 5. But yeah, I wonder if he's hurt or something. I haven't seen him at all. Here comes pressure around from his side. It's Alex Wright, and the rookie's going to get him. Alex Wright, how about that acceleration around the right tackle? And a big sack for the Browns.
That's huge, doing his best Myles Garrett. As he hurt us, obviously. I don't know why Myles is not out there, but I'll certainly take the sack.
They got stamina subs, too. You can see Winovich in the game, so clearly they're just gassed. And this is going to set up a 3rd and long. Myles still not in there. 3rd and 14 now.
Well, early start Lawrence, on the offense.
And finally out of bounds is that pass, and that'll force a punt here from Logan Cook from his own 30-yard line. Watch him just kind of boop this thing straight up in the air, and it will float all the way out of the... That's so unreal.
It's wild.
Unreal. Well, how about the rookie Alex Wright? Didn't have maybe just 1 or 2 sacks on the season. Again, only coming in some stamina sub situations behind Clowney, Winovich, and obviously Myles Garrett, but does his best job there. And now with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Browns will get the football back. Maybe they hand the ball off again or throw it again right side. But how about this catch from Peoples-Jones to the 48, first down Browns.
Now, what a beautiful concentration catch that was from DPJ as he went up to go snag that contested. Love that.
Yeah, you're right, Mason. That punt probably did end up in Lake Erie, and he barely popped it straight up in the air. He really liked the rugby punt. Just let that thing roll and angle it towards the sideline. 1st and 10 now. Can we please run the football? Do we have almost enough of a lead yet? Turn around. Nick Chubb pulling Batonio. Broken tackle Chubb all the way up to the 44-yard line. 8 more yards for the Chubbernaut.
Finally running the ball. I like it.
I know. Finally running the ball. Back to pass again. 2nd and 2. Fine with throwing on 2nd and 2. Good run, good place to throw, and that's going to be the Chief for a nice gain and a first down. Give him 16 to the 28-yard line. David Njoku.
Yeah, especially when you're working your tight ends underneath the coverage. That's in effect an extension of the running game in a different way. But that's what we should be doing. Not this just throw it deep and hope for seam balls and long crossers or like a four vert kind of situation.
Mm-hmm. Nick Chubb tackled behind the line that time by Olakun, so whatever he was amassing towards his X factor will reset itself. 2nd and 12, back to pass, just a little swing pass, look left side. Kareem Hunt nearing the 20, good tackle in space by the safety Rudy Ford, but it does set up a 3rd and manageable. Browns now coming out in a pistol, which is something we've certainly seen from them in the OTAs. Back to pass, Watson out of the pistol, 3rd and 4, firing right side, caught by the Chief, the rookie, David Bell, down to the 6, 1st and goal, Browns.
And finally some consistency here on offense.
Yes.
Again, throwing too much in my opinion, but at least they're being consistent here, finding a way to get positive yardage, finding a way to scheme guys open in this defense, and putting together a drive to give that Haggard defense a break.
Yep. Turn around, give it to Nick Chubb. Good push from the line. Look at Wills about 4 yards downfield, and Chubb over the 100-yard mark down to the 1-yard line. Chubb now into the game. Dearness Johnson into the game, and he'll get the carry. Dearness Johnson breaks one tackle, and then Devin Lloyd shuts him to the ground. Going to be a 3rd and goal from the 2 here for the Browns. They're going to bring in everybody now. Heavy personnel package. Turn around, pulling Teller. Chubb's got the edge. No! Knifed in there, Devin Lloyd. What a tackle. It looked like if Chubb had just gone wide, he would have walked in.
Yeah, he would have walked in, but Hunt's got to sense that pressure coming across. He's got to block that guy. His first responsibility is working down the line. Anybody coming through, he's got to pick up. You see him miss that opportunity, and that was his opportunity to make that block and get Chubb in there free.
Probably not at field goal range, says Mason, from the run. They're going to go for it, actually.
I would.
Believe it or not. Back to pass, though. Blitz coming. He shakes it off, but then the second man gets home.
But I wouldn't do that.
No points available for the Browns here, so they were not in field goal range. You were right, Mason.
Well,
not close enough to feel comfortable kicking, I guess. Yuck.
You don't pass it in that spot. You run the ball. You've got Nick Chubb. You've got Kareem Hunt. Find a way. Get it done.
Yeah, I think it was, right call to go for it, wrong play choice to do so. 5.5 to go, and that's a little bit of a win there for the Jaguars. Back to pass now, out route. Trevor Lawrence got his man. Owusu Koromoa chases and will get a quick touch on him. That's Luke Farrell again. Go Bucks. They shoulda, woulda, coulda, Fellegren. That's where we lose some of that coach mode love. Back to pass now, Lawrence. A little bit of pep in his step. Fires a deep crosser. He's got a man. First down again, Marvin Jones. Their free agent pickup. Under 5 minutes to play here. So we're just like begging to get to the quarter flip. 1st and 10 now. Turn around. James Robinson. He'll try the right side, and this time the linebackers are waiting. Grant Delpit and Anthony Walker about to get there. 2nd and 6 now. Blitz coming up. He gets chipped at the line, and it gets back up, and look at Clowney swat it down. What an athletic play from Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, purely second effort on that. That was a beauty.
Here we go, firing right side, diving! Ward's got it! The Ward's got it with another sweet diving interception!
And that was so critical here because, again, all about the wind in this game so far, and Ward coming away with an interception in a critical spot as they were driving is massive because now they have the opportunity to put together another long drive, hopefully score this time, and then potential to take the fourth quarter with a lead.
Another first down throw and another blitz right up the middle from Olaku in the middle linebacker, and Watson just eating it there. What are they doing? Hey, Calvin, welcome in.
I don't know. Continuing to pass the ball when no one thinks they should.
Yes. Except for apparently the Jacksonville Jaguars know that they're passing. Back to pass again now. Blitz coming. He's surrounded. He'll go down. That's the rookie Trayvon Walker. Number 1 overall pick, number 44, Trayvon Walker. And a 3rd and 20 now for the Browns.
Well, now you're in a really rough spot because they know you're going to pass. You have to pass. You can't afford not to get this either because a punt would be just as disastrous from a spot from here.
Yes, gosh, we know that it will be. For sure we know that it will be. Watson, 3rd and 20, firing it right side. Deep throw, caught right at the line. It's Peoples-Jones. Did he get it? I think he did. First down, Browns.
Well,
right at the line.
That was one of maybe only a handful of possible plays you could have called in a spot like that. It worked out this time. Fortunate that he was able to come away with that, but such a critical conversion because of the conditions today. And now they've got to find a way, and hopefully with the run game, to continue this drive.
Indeed, they do. Back to pass again. Watson blitz around the outside, gets away from it. Lucky to hold on to the ball, and now will go down again.
As he runs
Trayvon
backwards.
Walker again. Going backwards again. What is this play they're running? That, like, a tight end smashes down to the middle of the line and just screws things up.
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
Got to give that out of there. 2nd and 19, 90 seconds away from a flip. Up the middle, here's Nick Chubb. Nice run through the hole. Oh, sit down, kid, and then it'll go down at about the 41-yard line. 9 more yards for Nick Chubb.
Yeah, finally running the ball, setting up a 3rd and 10, which means you're probably passing again here. I don't know why you're not doing that on earlier downs, but at least they ran it there.
Agreed. 3rd and 10 now. Back to pass to Sean. And he'll fire over right side. He's got his man in the corner of the end zone. DPJ! He's got it! Touchdown! Browns! Donovan Peoples-Jones! Touchdown, Browns! Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my. What a strike that was, as that was just absolutely powered through the wind by Deshaun. An absolute BB there, and Donovan Peoples-Jones comes up with a contested catch in a critical spot, and that's super important for the same reasons we were talking about. Now the Browns are set up to take over in the fourth quarter with a lead, which gives them a huge advantage with this win.
And they'll kick the extra point here, which gives them a 4-point lead. And yes, you're right, 52 seconds. And you're right, Filligren points off of the interception. They did it the hard way. Donovan Peoples-Jones with 2 incredible 20-plus yard catches. The second one into the end zone.
Yep.
Right when, that was funny, Mason was talking about Watson's $230 million. Before I could even type it, he's put it in again. $230 million well spent as he got out of the pocket and delivered a rifle shot to Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Well, what about DPJ?
Goodness.
He was absolutely instrumental on that drive. They couldn't have done it without him, and 2 contested catches in a row, back-to-back, absolutely vital to the Browns' success.
Indeed, 45 seconds on the clock. They're going to run it with James Robinson. He'll come down after a gain of 3, and the Browns finally, just breathe, everybody, just breathe. Lawrence back to pass, although I am a little concerned. We haven't seen Miles now in a couple drives. I wonder if he got hurt and we just missed it.
Or possibly, maybe it's that stamina sub bug.
Well, yeah, I mean, I usually don't see that for defensive back or for defensive players, but yeah, very possibly. I thought it was like specifically towards the running backs.
Yeah, but it could be just for the fact that the defense has spent so much time on the field, especially early in this game. It was crazy amount of time on the field.
That's very true. He's going to get one more wind-aided punt, pops it up in the air, and it's going to go back into the end zone again as well. So flip the field, 15 more minutes on the clock. Hold up the number 4, everybody, in your house, wherever you're watching. Browns need this fourth quarter to go their way. Again, this is just the first round. This was supposed to be the easy game. The 8-9 Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, that wind is absolutely howling and has affected both teams very, very clearly in this one.
Yes, it has. Pistol, give it up the middle. Nick Chubb, big hole through the middle. First down, Chubb, bullying his way across for 14 more yards. Chubb, first down, Browns.
And if you had given him the ball, about twice as many times in this ball game, he probably has about 300 yards in this one the way he's been running.
Very possible indeed. 14 and a half to play, and suddenly the Browns finally getting to exhale just a touch in terms of the amount that they're having to push to get back in the game, of course, and that's Devin Lloyd again. He's played solidly today, the rookie out of Utah, number 35. 2nd and 9 now for Deshaun and the Browns. And Deshaun steps up in the pocket, looks like he's going to run. Just kidding, he sees a player right in front of him, and so he'll drill it into the Jaguar bench. Just slide, take the yard loss, but keep the clock running there, Deshaun. 3rd and 9, back to pass. Firing it over the middle, a wide open Peoples-Jones, and he breaks the first tackle, and then Rayshawn Jenkins brings him down. First down again, and Peoples-Jones continues to be the lifesaver for this Browns offense.
Sure is, and he's over 100 yards now on his receptions. He has been so vital to this team, just doing big things in critical moments and coming up with those catches you just have to have.
1st and 10, and another pass for reasons unknown, and he'll sit there and take another giant sack. 7 sacks now for the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Browns have 2. Makes 0 sense to me.
No, it makes none at all.
2nd and 22, back to pass, of course. Watson firing right side, short throw to the Chief, catches it at the 40 and gets it up to the 43-yard line. A little gain of 8 to set up a 3rd and 14 here for the Browns. Still only up 4 yards, but they do have the wind at their back.
I think that might have been the only time I was pseudo-rooting for a draw play on 2nd and 22.
Watson fires it on the run to David Bell, and he'll get knocked out of bounds short of the line. What a catch by Bell, but an even better throw by Watson. That's going to be 4th and 3, and this is absolute Cade York range with the wind, or they're going to go for it on 4th and 3.
Well, with the wind the way it is, actually, it's not that bad of a call to go for it here.
Kareem up the middle, big run, first down, Browns! Kareem up to the 34, what a run for Kareem, his best of the day.
Well, and again, he's only had 4 carries in this ball game, so together the Browns haven't even broken 20 rushes in a game that you would think the bulk of the plays for the Browns offense should have been runs with this weather. So very surprising. I mean, Deshaun's going to have way more throws than they're going to have runs, and that's just not okay.
Welcome in, Bo. Appreciate you being on. Firing across. Whoops, wrong screen. Sorry. Back to pass, Watson. Firing across the middle, incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended receiver, on the play. And we do appreciate our mods. 504, Sean. Clyde's on as well. Calvin popped on for a minute from England. We appreciate all of them being on. Again, as soon as we get this many people in the chat, it's very hard to keep up with everything. So we definitely appreciate those guys helping us out as Kit and I concentrate on the game here. 2nd and 10. Why not throw again? Sure. Fire it wide open and over the head of Amari Cooper. 2 completions, to Amari Cooper sets up a 3rd and long for the Browns, unfortunately. And back to pass, and now looks like going to be a holding call, and Watson throws it away. I would decline the holding call if it were me.
Yeah, you'd have to imagine they're going to decline this.
And they are, but that's going to bring Cade York onto the field here. Just a little 51-yarder. Should be a chip shot with the wind at his back. Again, still rising up into the air. His kick is up and good, about 20 rows deep was that kick just drilled by Cade York from 51 yards. Which y'all are you referring to, Bo? Central Ohio, Los Angeles, Cleveland? We have lots of
places. Maybe he means
y'all's
Calvin
direction.
Or
maybe he means Calvin, who watches from London. Yeah. Well, somehow we've gotten back to 35-28. A nice round football score. A couple field goals and a 2-point conversion have gotten us there, though.
Yeah,
all right, now their backs
would be huge.
Yep, now their backs are against it. Back to pass.
All right, no,
Trevor Lawrence across the middle, wide open, and there's the first down. So no 3 and out. Ronnie Harrison bringing down Evan Ingram, who has been headed north to Pittsburgh. Okay, we'll travel safe, my friend.
I saw Taven, and I thought for a second I saw Miles, but it was the wrong symbol.
Yes, he's got the superstar now. Give it right up the middle. Nice play there in the middle. Isaac Rochelle breaks that tackle. One of those free agents that we all forgot about. But he made our 53, and he makes a nice play right there. 2nd and 11.
All right, 5-4, call for the pick. Let's go.
Yeah, he wants another one. He wants another one. Jaguars, under center, Trevor Lawrence. Turn around. He doesn't want any of that smoke. He's going to turn around and give it to James Robinson, and Perion Winfrey greets him. Right there, you can see they're foreshadowing it with the 2 turnovers. Season ranked number 1, no duh. As they had 37 interceptions, 20 fumble recoveries or something crazy, and 7 defensive touchdowns, 3rd and 10, and they try to run it to ETN, get a little sneaky, and it's going to go nowhere, and that's going to set up the old 4th and 3 punt into the wind. Let's see what he can do here. Logan Cook standing at about his own 30, and straight up into the air, and it's going to be taken by the Browns. And a penalty. What is the penalty going to be? Fair catch interference, so 15 extra yards for the Browns.
Wow.
Because nobody knows where the ball is. Fair catch interference, and Cleveland has the ball there on the 33.
This is a little wild. At some point, you have to think the metric they're using to create these wins is a little bit extreme.
I know. This is bonkers for sure. Give it up the middle, Nick Chubb. He'll then go right side. Broken tackle there. Broken tackle there. Sit down, kid. To the 15. Nick Chubb.
Let's go.
20 around the right side.
What a Nick Chubb run that was. That was awesome. As we saw him just breaking tackles left and right, refusing to go down. And again, where has this been all game? It's not like he hasn't been running well.
I know. He's been incredible on his carries. Just keep giving it to him. I just don't understand it. Watson again throwing, first down from the 13. Fires over the middle. David Bell with his back to the end zone. Catches it at the 2. 1st and goal. Browns with a chance for a kill shot right here. Watson in a shotgun. Kareem Hunt on the left. Give to Kareem. Outside. Kareem waltzes in a little dive for fun, and that should do it. Whew, my, it took a while to get there, but the Browns now with a 2-score lead.
Yeah, it's like the Jaguars showed up early and started just going to town, but finally woke the sleeping giant, and the Browns showed up in a big way. And even without running the ball as much as they should have, were able to get some serious damage done, and that's really what they needed. But again, a lot of the most important plays were running plays. They just didn't do it enough.
Bellinger, that's a very good question. I'm not sure exactly what Nick Chubb has to do. I think he may have to have like consecutive 20-yard runs or something. But yeah, I have no idea why he's not into the zone.
Yeah,
maybe we'll get him there in the 4th quarter.
I think it is consecutive. I think it's 10-yard pickups, like more than like 3 10-yard pickups
or something.
in a row.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. Trevor Lawrence going to find Evan Ingram on the right sideline, ticking the clock down towards 7. Appreciate everybody being on. 50 on the live view here today is a good number for us. Appreciate everybody joining us. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy on Sports with the official 2022 season sim. These Browns hosting the Jaguars in the AFC Wildcard. Lawrence back to pass. Fires over the middle on a slant. First down. Laviska Shenault, his first catch of the day. And Chenault's got it up near the midfield stripe. But right now the clock is the biggest enemy to Jacksonville. 42-28. Little offset I there with Dan Arnold lined up as a fullback, and they're going to run it to the right side. And how about Denzel right there with Alex Wright continuing to stay in there? So something must have happened to Miles, because it's been a good 2.5 quarters now we haven't seen him in the game.
Yep, either injury or the stamina sub.
Or the stamina glitch for sure.
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence back to pass, firing again, the Warden! Wow! He's so good at those diving picks!
Yes, he is, and he just finds a way from wherever he is to just track the ball in the air with incredible, like a gymnastics type layout to go and make that happen. It's just amazing what he's able to do back there.
He's so good.
His dominance continues.
Indeed, it has. Option keeper. Maybe they'll finally run it now. Can we get ourselves into chew clock mode?
Yeah.
Up 2 scores. Option keeper from Deshaun. Nets 4. I don't even mind if Deshaun runs as long as he slides.
Yeah.
At least it would be a run. Here comes Kareem up the middle, pulling Wyatt Teller in front of him. He kind of misses Teller. And he'll go down at the 49-yard line, 3rd and 4 for the Browns as this clock ticks down to about 4.5 to go in the football game. Watson in the pocket. He'll step up. Looks like he could run for it if he wants it. He'd rather throw it. Wide open on the sideline. David Njoku to the 31. First down, Browns, as Watson tickling the 400-yard mark here.
Yep.
And now Nick Chubb is in the zone.
Njoku on a little scramble drill, finding some space in the defense and sitting there for Watson to take.
Indeed, Chubb. Sit down, Olakun. Good tackle there by Griffin after he stiff-armed Olakun into the next county. Love those stiff arms. Trips to the right side, Nick Chubb into the zone. You called for it, and he did put him into the zone for us for some reason. Chubb, right side, straight zone run. Right side, breaking tackles, breaking another tackle past the 20 to the 17. And Chubb's over 150 now. Nicholas Jamal Chubb.
Yeah, should be about twice that with 300 yards, but, I'll certainly take the win.
That's right. Eat your heart out, Mahomes. We let Watson throw for 400 in a blizzard. Little pump fake to the left side, and sacked again. Trayvon Walker, that's the 3rd time he's been back there. I think the first 2 were technically half sacks, which is why that only is the 2nd sack of the day. But with the clock now under 3, they're finally chewing the clock.
So, Bo, 504 is actually both a Browns and a Saints fan, so that's why he's commiserating the Saints, his inability to call the interceptions for the Saints, but he seems to be able to call them for the Browns, and we appreciate that for the Browns, certainly.
Yes, we have fans from many different football teams. 504 just happens to be a Saints fan and a Browns fan. And he comes by it naturally based on where he was born and raised, so we'll allow it.
That's right.
3rd and 13. Give it to Chubb up the middle. Protect that baby. Left side Chubb. Breaking tackles. It doesn't matter. He's all the way down to the 11. And Jacksonville will call their first timeout. Browns will trot Cade York out onto the field. And Cade with an opportunity to further increase the lead now. 17 points is what he is going for. Kick is up. Kick is good. 45-28 now. The Browns. If you just open the box score tomorrow, you're going to be like, the Browns won big. Of course, just like we knew they would. But, man, did it take some scary football in between to get here.
That's right. Well, and the Jaguars are going to go home from this game just shaking their head, knowing they let a real opportunity slip them by, as they really had the Browns on the ropes. They could have easily won this game if they just found a few more plays out there. But just enough on defense, shutting them down at the right times, and then just sneaking through that 3rd quarter to get the advantage. Especially that interception was huge to give the opportunity for it. So I mean, the Browns had the plays that they had to have, and the Jaguars just didn't.
I'm not going to lie, Mason. I was kind of thinking that too, that Madden was maybe going to go full Madden on us there for a minute. But, hey, Trevor Lawrence, he's a superstar. He's a good young quarterback. He's got some pieces around him. They just need to develop and grow. And I think Doug Peterson's a good coach and kind of got a raw deal in Philly. And, obviously wish them the best, but yeah, I was going to be pretty pissed if we let this one drop.
Oh, yeah.
The next round's going to be Buffalo, LA, Kansas City, or Baltimore. So it's good. That one's going to be a much tougher game.
Right.
Regardless of how you slice it. Pressure coming up the middle. It's Clowney rushing from the middle, and he'll throw him down. I think that's just the third sack of the day for this defense.
Right.
Jadeveon Clowney.
It probably will be one of those really high-powered, well, it will be one of the really high-powered defense.
Winovich, let's go.
Really high-powered teams that we're going to be going against. But the good news is most likely we won't see weather conditions quite as insane as this next time, which gives us a much better chance of coming out and playing some great football.
They absolutely demolished Trevor Lawrence, unfortunately, because they're going to convert on 3rd and 35. Perrion Winfrey roughs the passer. That's a free first down up to the 37. You're right, 504. We can't start sluggishly like that against any of those teams. We've seen what the Chargers have done to us in our sim seasons of past. We know what the Chiefs are capable of. We're 0-2 against the Ravens already on the season, and the Bills are just as high-powered as any of those other teams.
That's right.
Bo, you do not anymore. That's completely up to you, your choice. You'll see plenty of people that are, but it's no longer an FAA mandate.
That's right.
Little out route to Travis Etienne, and the Jaguars will call another timeout. 20 seconds to go in this football game. Whew! My heart, it's beating so fast. As the Browns will survive this one, truly survive in advance. 45-28. Again, doesn't necessarily feel like it if you're just joining us late. Make sure you go back and watch this one. It was a crazy game to get here. And kudos to a couple of people, most notably Nick Chubb, who got it going eventually on the ground. Donovan Peoples-Jones. No, Christian, it is all randomized. I absolutely would not have chosen this.
No.
And that's going to do it. Triple zeros. Doug Peterson, good first season with the Jaguars, but it does end today. Deshaun and Kareem talk about it on the sideline. It looks like a much better game than it actually was. 45-28. The Browns will survive and advance. And now we'll wait just a couple more days to see who they end up playing. So let's look at the statistics to this one real quick. Trevor Lawrence on the day, 29 of 42, 343, one touchdown and 3 interceptions for him. James Robinson on the ground, 22 for 56. Travis Etienne had 3 carries for 10 yards. Trevor Lawrence just 1 for -1. Through the air, Evan Ingram, 6 catches, 67 yards. Christian Kirk, 5 for 63 with the touchdown. Jones, 5. Etienne, 5. Chenal, 3. Farrell, 2. James Robinson, 2 as well through the air. Defensively speaking, for the Jaguars, Devin Lloyd, no surprise, the rookie out of Utah, 11 tackles, 10 for the safety, Rudy Ford, 9 for Jenkins, 9 for Olakun. In terms of sacking Deshaun, they got after him a lot today. 3 sacks for Josh Allen, 2 for Trayvon Walker, 1 for Olakun, 1 for Lloyd, a half for Fatukasi and Ford. And Deshaun did not throw an interception today, so no turnovers there, although they did strip sack him once, which then was returned for a touchdown, if my memory does not escape me. Deshaun Watson, 29 of 43 for 394, 2 touchdowns, and those 0 interceptions. That's 67%. Nick Chubb, 17 for 172, 2 touchdowns for him. He had 119 yards after contact today. 6 for 16 and a touchdown for Kareem Hunt. Watson just 2 for 8, and Dearness Johnson 1 for -1. Catching the ball today, David Bell was your leader, 7 for 65. Kareem Hunt, 6 for 26. Peoples-Jones, 5 for 108 and a touchdown. 4 for Cooper. They were mostly early. Cooper was definitely the go-to guy early. 4 for the Chief, 2 for Harrison Bryant, and 1 for Miller Forrestal. The third tight end got a little love today as well. Jeremiah Usu-Koromoa, leading tackler, no surprise, 11 for him, 10 for Greg Newsome, 9 for Grant Delpit. Just 4 sacks on the day. 2 for Chase Winovich, played a good game. 1 for the rookie Alex Wright, and 1 for Jadeveon Clowney. The Warden of the North doing what he does per the usual. 2 picks for him and 1 interception. Cade York was 3 for 4 in the game. Of course, missing that 66 yarder. Yes, you heard me correctly. 66. Appreciate everybody being on. This was a fun one. We can all take a big exhale breath now. The Browns win it. They will move on to the next round. Divisional round of the playoffs. We will find out their opponent again because it's based on seed. It could be the Ravens or it could be the winner. Actually, it's going to either be the Ravens. Let me see if I can do this in my head correctly. Based on the bracket with the seeds, it's either going to be the Ravens or it would be the Bills. Does that sound right? Because the Chiefs will get the higher seed, which is currently the number 5 seed. Okay, so they're going to play the Ravens or they're going to play the Bills if the Bills beat the Chargers. So at least we'll avoid the Chargers in the second round. So again, here's another look at that playoff bracket. Thanks for everybody joining us today. It was a triple header of simulated football games. We were able to do the Baltimore-Indianapolis game. We did the Detroit and Dallas game. You can see the results right there on your screen. And then, of course, this Browns-Jaguars game. Tomorrow, look for me to finish out this opening round. We'll do Bills and Chargers. And we will do the number 2 seed, New York Giants, hosting the Atlanta Falcons. How about that? Wonder what kind of prop bet you could get on that in Vegas, that the first playoff game would be Giants and Falcons.
It might not even be a prop bet. It's
I know.
Hugely
it's so
unlikely.
Ridiculous. I know, but they did well in this sim. So
Mason's looking to see if injury to Miles, if that's or if it was.
Good call. Thank you. I appreciate you reminding me there, good sir. I don't see the injured player thing here. Was he in the game at all?
I think he was.
Oh, he sure wasn't. He has 1 week left on an ACL sprain, so I guess he didn't play in the entire game. So even without Myles Garrett, they get it done. So there you go. Kit, anything else to say?
Nope. Certainly wish we'd have seen more Nick Chubb at 10.1 a clip. You'd think a few more carries would have been in order, but hey, a win is a win, and we'll take it for sure.
Absolutely, we will. All right. Well, again, join me tomorrow as we'll finish up these wild card rounds. Again, for Kit Nagy on the left coast, I am Phil Nagy. We are Nagy on Sports, and again, we very, very much appreciate it. If you would like to find out when those sims are going to happen, you can join our Discord channel. The Discord link is in the description of this video. It's free and easy to use. You can chat with us between sims, vote on various things, but most importantly, find out in advance of when we will start simming. So you can do that right now if you haven't had a chance to do it already. And again, we do appreciate all of our subscribers. You guys are the best. Have a great night. Take care of yourselves. And as always, Go
Browns!